Oh man, once again, man. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Lbfwn, man. This is your boy Lewis, man, and I'm back once again with another heavy hitter banger with yet another video. So I just want you guys to know. So my fault, guys. I just wanted to say is that appreciate everybody who will get the opportunity to come through. Uh, Usually I don't do this kind of lives. Usually we're doing basketball with Lewis and D, or at the same time I'm doing basketball, by myself. Sometimes when D's not doing something, or when he's doing, by his boxing lives, his MMAs, and even sometimes he does even his own. The reason I wanted to do this is because I wanted to commemorate Kobe. Tonight, uh, the Clippers and Lakers game is canceled. Once again, shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys smash the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button. Uh, I wanted to do this for Kobe because I think what we have to do as human beings is we should celebrate his life. I know it's not easy. Our heads are being wrapped up around this with the fact that he's no longer with us, but he will be with us in spirit on TNT because tonight the Celtics are playing the Heat. And originally I was supposed to do a game yesterday, but I just thought I had some things going on. But the thing was also, I just didn't feel like doing a game. I didn't feel like doing a basketball game. I really didn't. Just because of I was mourning over Kobe's loss. Um, and Gigi and the other victims in that helicopter crash. Um, what I wanted to say is that we have to understand something. You may have not known Kobe personally, like a lot of celebrities have, a lot of sports athletes have, but you watched him grow up through our eyes. If you were part of the Kobe generation, he grew up in our eyes. That's why he resonates with me. I mean, I told you guys a personal story yesterday. I didn't think I was going to be able to see Kobe ever play. I mean, this is my favorite player, and I don't think I'm ever going to see him play. And to get the opportunity in his last season to watch him play at Madison Square Garden, going up against Carmelo. This is when I had the fro, in 2015, just what, 4 years ago. It's it's something that'll always stick for me, uh, and resonate with me for the rest of my life. I can honestly say I got to see the great Kobe Bryant. He may look like he may have looked he's past his prime. He was retiring. And once again, shout out to Kevin Durant. Shout out to him when the media was bashing Kobe Bryant and basically saying he needed to retire after not looking the same from his Achilles tendon. Kevin Durant said, I'm gonna put a stop to this, man. I'm gonna put a stop to it. And he told the media, how dare you disrespect one of our great legends of the history of the game? How dare you? How dare you disrespect one of the greatest players to ever lace up a pair of sneakers on the basketball court? All because he looks past his prime. He's been embarrassing to watch. And he's not as good as, some of the other players in the league. It takes death. And this is usually how life is. We appreciate people in life in death more than we do when they're actually living. Those are just facts. Those are just facts. Once again, guys, smash the like, hit the subscribe. Those are just the facts. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I feel so bad for Vanessa and the kids that are still alive. I feel bad for those families who have lost their loved ones on that horrific, tragic helicopter crash that happened in Calabasas, California, going at 184 miles an hour through the fog on those very poor weather conditions. And the reason I wanted to do this is because I'm here to celebrate. I'm here to celebrate his life. And what I wanted to do with you guys is I wanted to give you guys a special treat. Tomorrow, It will be the Chicago Bulls against the Indiana Pacers. I will be doing that game tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It'll be my first time ever doing a Bulls game. I still have to do a Wizards, Hornets, and Orlando Magic and Minnesota Timberwolves, and then I would have covered all teams in the league. But the reason I'm doing the Bulls and the Pacers is because Victor Oladipo is back tomorrow. So he will be back, and I'm excited to see how he looks on the court on his first game back. And it's a huge lift for the Pacers. And like I said before, man, smash that like, hit that subscribe. But once again, I'm going to tell you guys, for Kobe, I wanted to take a trip down memory lane, go back into the time machine. We're going to the springtime. It's June 4th. It's 2000. The Los Angeles Lakers against the Portland Trail Blazers. Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals for the right to go to the NBA Finals. I was kind of watching this a little bit, it just gave me goosebumps watching this over again. This is one of the greatest playoff games in NBA history. Shout out to Tomoko in the building. It is sad that people only show appreciation as much for other people when they pass away, and didn't show them as much when they were, alive. Those truer words couldn't be said, Tomoko. And so there's MVP Shaquille O'Neal, who was the MVP in 2000. By many people, he was rated as the second best defender in 2000 that year. I believe Shaq made second team all defense that year. And his running mate, Kobe, this is 21-year-old Kobe. This is Kobe the kid. Kobe, to this day, 21 years old. He was an all-star for the second time in his career. I believe Kobe was second team All-NBA, I believe in 2000, or third team. Not sure, because Kobe didn't make first team All-NBA until 2002. That was his very first team All-NBA. I believe he was on second team in 2000 and 2001. But the man was the youngest player to make first team all defense at 21 years old. To this day, he's still number one. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to look at Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals, June 4th, 2000. Winner gets a chance to play for the NBA championship. Why did I pick this game? I mean, this is the game that Kobe stepped up. With all the marbles, Shaq is the reigning MVP. He doesn't win. The Lakers probably get split up. This is Shaq and Kobe's fourth year together, in Laker uniforms. Shaq's eighth season in the league. He's being criticized that he had never won a championship, as great of a center as Shaq is. All the accolades that he was starting to get, but if he, being criticized by a lot of people in the media. Shaq was saying that, he felt that he was in a very dark place in the 99 season just because he hadn't won a championship. And this is where Kobe Bryant really became an electrifying star. Like, people really recognized him as like really one of the best players in basketball at a very high all-star level. I mean, and I know his first all-star game was at age 19, but this is him coming off the bench. He's now getting the recognition as a starter. So once again, like I said, we're going to look at this with head coach Phil Jackson, Lakers, Blazers. The Blazers were a stacked team in 2000. It was a veteran team, but it was stacked. Scottie Pippen, Rasheed Wallace, Damon Stoudemire. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, don't want to hold you up more. Let us get started and let's watch this game and let us enjoy the good times of the Los Angeles Lakers. Shout out to, I forgot who this was. But we're going to watch this game, guys. So in memory of Kobe Bryant, let's enjoy this game. Let us do that. And here we go. And before we start this game, you just saw 21-year-old Kobe. You see Smitty, who's now on NBA TV. You see Scottie Pippen, who is now on ESPN. That Blazers team was stacked, man. Detlef Schrempf, Steve Smith, Arvydas Sabonis. He was not in his prime, but the dude was a hell of a player when he was healthy. And one of the most underrated parts about Arvydas Sabonis' game, as his son Domantas Sabonis plays for the Indiana Pacers, Sabonis was an excellent passer. Then you got Rasheed Wallace, technical foul, screaming head Rasheed. Bonzi Wells. I mean, Jermaine O'Neal, Stacey Augmon. I mean, the list goes on and on. This was a very deep Portland team. Many people considered that they should have beat the Lakers in Game 7 because I felt like they had the better overall team. That's just in my opinion. But as we will see in this game, we are going to enjoy. There's AC Green, Ron Harper, Glenn Rice, Mighty Mouse, Damon Stoudemire, Rookie of the Year, 96. So there's a stat, and they had never lost 3 straight games the entire season. And people need to remember the Lakers had a 3-1 lead in this series. They took both games in Portland in games 3 and 4, and then Portland came back and took games 5 and 6. So this is, once again, for all the Great Western Forum. That's wrong. It's supposed to be Staples Center, as you can see on the floor. So Hardwood Classics is showing Western Conference Finals Game 7, Great Western Forum. That's what it was the previous year. Actually, they moved from the Great Western Forum to the Staples Center. So it should say Staples Center, but they kind of messed up on that one. Look at the defense by Kobe right here on Damon Stoudemire. They give it to Smith. Nice. Nice. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I wanted to do that, because I want to show you guys right here that the reason I'm playing this and not really saying anything is because I want you guys to enjoy and hear the crowd, as to make you feel like you're a part of the game. So I'm going to give my thoughts on this game, obviously, and there's going to be some times where I stop in between, but I want you guys to enjoy this. This game was the NBA on NBC, so this is like, I'm like a little kid again, like watching this. It used to get me so hyped. So once again, guys, smash the like and hit the subscribe. And once again, let's go back and let's enjoy this. Ooh! Great defense by Kobe, staying with Damon right there. Did you hear that, guys? First team, 21 years old to this day. And people forget, man, Glenn Rice, this guy averaged 26 points per game with the Charlotte Hornets in the 98 season. People forget he's one of the sharpest shooters of his time. He won All-Star Game MVP, and he still holds the record, I believe, unless if it's broken by another player, for the most points in a quarter in an All-Star game. He had 20. I think he finished the game with 28 or 26 or 28 points, but He was the All-Star Game MVP in '97, which was in Cleveland. But Glenn Rice, at this point, was the third leading scorer for the Lakers. He was traded for Eddie Jones, for those who don't know. But Glenn Rice was one of the most exceptional shooters of his time, a great scorer. And the thing is, he had to be relegated to more of an outside shooter because Shaq obviously is the center and the triangle offense was run through him. But when he was in Charlotte, he mixed up his game, not only being able to shoot from the outside, but he also worked his game in the post. A lot of people don't know about that about Glenn Rice. He was a very good low post scorer. People don't understand how tough of a matchup Damon Stoudemire was when he played. Nicknamed Mighty Mouse, former Rookie of the Year. He was a draft pick of the great Isaiah Thomas, who was GM and was president of basketball operations for the Toronto Raptors when the franchise first opened for the 95-96 season. And Damon won Rookie of the Year that year. I'm amazed to this day that Damon Stoudemire, I could be wrong, but I don't think he ever made an All-Star team in his career. And if he did, I think it was only one time. The one time I want to think that he made an All-Star team was either in 2000 or 2001. But Damon Stoudemire was good. To me, very underrated player. Smitty, that's a tough matchup for Damon Stoudemire. I mean, he could be a pest, but look at that. He's reaching for his right there, for reaching for his thigh. He's got body all up on him. So there's AC Green. He gives the ball to Ron Harper, trying to dribble around Scotty, former teammates. Nice pass by Kobe. So let me just check real quick. Shout out to Omar Page, man. Salute to you. Again, salute. G Money says that the Blazers don't choke that game, they might have beat the Pacers in the finals. If you're talking about the Blazers, yeah, because they were a tough matchup for Indiana, and they were more deeper than Indiana too. So I think they could have beat them. And think if facing Scottie Pippen was going to be on Reggie Miller. So yeah, too much depth for Indiana to deal with. I definitely agree. All right, so let us get back into it. And before I continue, guys, the commentators for this game are Bill Walton, Hall of Famer, Steve Snapper Jones, and Bob Costas. Now, as Steve said, if you're the Blazers, you want to take your chances with Ron Harper and not Shaquille because you don't want Shaq owning that paint. When you start to double him, it opens the floor for the rest of his team to be able to penetrate or to get open shots. That's why the triangle was designed around Shaq. It was different with the Bulls because Jordan was the primary scorer. He was the best scorer on the team. With Luke Longley, they would force feed entry passes, but the ball and Jordan would be able to move off the ball within the triangle. In Shaq's case, it was around him because he was the most dominant force of his time. So it made sense. There's Phil, the Zen master. This is what Scottie Pippen, guys, was always jealous of to this day. If he would have had the opportunity to win a championship without Michael and Phil, he would have been able to brag, look what I was able to do without Jordan. So it would have made Scottie's case in terms of what Michael had even greater. Now, don't get me wrong, Scottie was a great defensive player, very capable offensive player, and he did his thing in helping Michael win 6 championships. He helped him out, so I'm never going to deny that. And Pippen is one of the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest defensive small forward of all time. That's just my opinion. That dude could lock you. He had many different ways of guarding you, many different ways. His quick feet, his wingspan, his ability to clog your vision, his anticipation. That's what made him so special on the defensive end. And over time, he became a more confident offensive player. But when it comes to playoff performances, like I said, as great as Scottie is, and he did contribute, he's had some of the more lower performances in the postseason. And I think if Scottie is, and that's what to me has hurt Scottie to this day, which it makes him bitter about. Like he appreciates the championships and playing and being fortunate enough to play with Michael, being coached by Phil. But that's a part of him that he feels like that will stay with him. It's not a good shot by AC Green. Man, Pippen wanted that three. Now, Bill Walton is speaking from a center's perspective, so he's going to be a little bit biased. But at the same time, during those times, you needed a center to win championships. That was the mantra. That was the thinking. That was the thought process. That was the foundation. You played through your center. As long as you had a great center and very good surrounding pieces in your supporting cast, you could compete for a championship. That was the mindset. But paradigms had started to change, especially in the 80s and then going into the 90s. Nice. There goes Froby. Mama, there goes that man on that jump shot. Damn, just short. Arvydas Sabonis was a beast when he was healthy. Great defense, good deflection. You know, I didn't mean to stop that, but you know what people also don't talk about, guys? Kobe not only defended Damon Stoudemire, but he switched off into Scottie Pippen. People forget that in that 2000 playoff run, on every team that Kobe went up against, Kobe, Shaq, and the Lakers, Kobe played 2 to 3 guys per round. He was switched up on a lot of guys. As a 21-year-old, you're talking about guarding Jason Kidd, Penny Hardaway, Jason Williams, Stojakovic, Nick Anderson. I mean, obviously Nick was not as good as he was in Orlando, but my point is they were putting different matchups. Then in this Portland series, he matched up against Bonzi Wells, Damon Stoudemire, Rasheed Wallace at times, Steve Smith, and even Scottie Pippen. Watch that entire series and look how many guys they put Kobe up against. And then if you go to the NBA Finals, Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller, Jalen Rose. How many guys did Kobe guard in that playoff run? People forget that. They sleep on that. Great strip. What I loved about that was how Rasheed never went back, stood in the play. He kind of just they, tough shot. Too strong of a pass by Shaq right there. I bet you that was a very anxious Laker crowd in that game 7. I don't blame him though. Nice pass. Woof. Offensive foul. Ron Harper was a great player. that unfortunately didn't get to live up to his potential due to the injuries. Very athletic. Nice pass by Shaq to Fisher right there. There goes D Fish. And ladies and gentlemen, D Fish, he spoke. He spoke about Kobe earlier, guys. And he gave his heartfelt message, to Kobe passing away. But that was a nice pass out of the triangle by Shaq. Right now it's 19-11, 3:55 remaining in the first quarter of Game 7. You're like, Lewis, why are you doing this game? This game happened 20 years ago. You know what's so crazy, guys? 20 years ago, Kobe met his wife, Vanessa Lane, in 99. This was before the start of the 99-2000 season. And in April would make 19 years of marriage. And it's unfortunate that Vanessa has to now be a widow, at least for the time being. It's just sad. But I picked this game again because this is really when you really started to see Kobe, in terms of playing big, in big moments like a Game 7. Like he played well in the Sacramento series, guys. He averaged 27 a game. He averaged nearly 22 against Phoenix, but that Game 7, Kobe was a hero, an unsung hero. And we're talking about an all-star player, it being an unsung hero. And you see, who is he guarding right now? Steve Smith. He was guarding Damon Stoudemire. Probably about 2 possessions he guarded Scottie Pippen, and he's guarding now Steve Smith, which tells you that Kobe was actually a more versatile defender than he gets credit for. That's Brian Grant. Ooh, beautiful pass by Shaq, and nice job by Ori cutting to the basket. Another underrated part of Shaq's game, and you got to thank Phil Jackson for bringing that out of him more, in his MVP season, his ability to pass the basketball. Shaq has always been known as a very good passer. But this year, as you heard Bob Costas, he led all centers in assists in 2000. I think it was almost 4 games that year. That Rasheed, man, let me tell you, that dude was a hell of a player in Portland. Very underrated. I think most of his All-Star appearances were with Portland. Great, great defense by Kobe against Smith in the low post. But notice Kobe, he's not forcing anything. He's force feeding the ball, giving it to Shaq, trying to get Shaq involved. But we know that Shaq is notoriously not a good free throw shooter. But remember, in the next 2 years, Shaq really was making free throws when they counted. That's a mismatch. Ryan Grant against Shaq, in Shaq's own words, as he makes the free throw, that's barbecue chicken. Hey guys, check that out. That was a young Jermaine O'Neal that y'all just saw right there. That was his 4th year in the league, same as Kobe, who he also came out of high school. That nobody talks about, and he didn't get to blossom on this deep laser team until he uh, ended up going to Indiana. I don't know if he was traded or he signed with Indiana, but I think he signed with Indiana if I'm not mistaken. But Jermaine O'Neal's best years, his prime years, were with the Pacers, not even with this deep Portland team. Those guys were loaded in terms of their front line. The Blazers have very good forwards. You got Pippen, Detlef Schrempf, Rasheed Wallace, Bonzi Wells, who could play the 2 or the 3. They had a lot of versatility. Again, great defense by Kobe Bryant. Great defense and good box out. But look how far they pushed Shaq out of the lane, though. That hook shot was much more difficult. How you push Glenn Rice? Stoudemire with Fisher on him. Good defense by Fisher. Wow, tough shot. Those are one of the shots you question. As Kobe haters would like to say, he's inefficient. Such a bad shot shooter. Good bad shot shooter. Oh wow, is that Mike Dunleavy Jr.? Wow. And there's Mike Dunleavy who studied psychology. He coached the Lakers in the early 90s. This was 91, I believe, and he coached Magic Johnson. Mike Dunleavy was all about the half court game and about slow tempo, being able to slow the game down. He was not a guy who was about the up and down pace. That was not Mike Dunleavy's style.
The guy that's doing a great job on the board.
Before I continue, let me just go into the comments real quick because we got pretty much couple. Shout out to Freddie Gee. He says, "What good's my guy?" Yeah, it doesn't seem real. I know. Shout out to Jose Yepes in the building. Appreciate you. He says, "What up, fam?" I remember that game. I told you that game to me resonates like yesterday, man. Kobe fans and Laker fans everywhere. Shaw hit the three-pointer to end the fourth off the backboard. Well, actually, at the end of the third, which we'll get to. Lewis do the Pacers game where Shaq fouls out. Actually, that's actually going to be my next one, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So this one is just more so for the game 7 of this game to show how big Kobe played in that game. Um, Kobe went crazy in overtime. Yeah, I remember. That's going to be my next one in memoration of Kobe. They had Sabonis. That they did. It's just they didn't have prime Sabonis. That's what sucked. He was not prime Sabonis anymore. If they would have had prime Sabonis, I think the Blazers win that. They win that game. Jermaine O'Neal was my mother effing guy with Indiana. Yo, dead ass straight, bro. His prime was in Indy. Hell of a low post player. Like he really got to blossom in Indiana, and he played with Reggie. And I tell you, man, that 2004, 2005-ish Indiana Pacer team, they could have really been something. It's just the Malice in the Palace pretty much ruined it for them. They had that was a very talented team. It's just they could not. That Malice in the Palace killed any chances of them winning a championship in the near future or going deep because they went to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2013, yeah, with Paul George, and Indiana was a defensive team, and I got to give Frank Vogel credit, but wasn't being able to do that. Shaw hit, yeah, that's fine, Jose. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Guys, hit the like, subscribe, let dudes know about this. I'm doing this in memory of Kobe. So this game 7. Jermaine O'Neal was part of the Malice in the Palace. Yeah, I remember. It was crazy. So let's keep watching this, man. Kobe's at the free throw line.
The defensive discipline.
Make sure to like and subscribe and share, guys, and comment. Kobe short on the free throw. Man, Kobe looks like a man, but so young still. Got that baby face, man. And also, Doug Collins and Bob Costas, they used to do the games together on NBA on NBC a lot. They were together for pretty much most of that 2000 season. But as Bill Walton said, the reason that Doug Collins was not there, because he did do game 6, he just was not there for game 7 because his daughter was graduating from college. And had Kobe gone to college and he had played all 4 years, Kobe would have been in the 2000 draft instead of the historic 96 draft. Makes you put some things into perspective. How long would Kobe probably would have played? We would have never knew. Would have never knew.
Decided to go to Lehigh. It would be questionable for a basketball player.
And I had to stop it right there since Bob Costas mentioned Rick Fox. Fortunately for Rick, and I'm happy about that, there were rumors saying that he was on that helicopter crash with Kobe, but there were reports saying that he was not on that helicopter crash. I'm grateful. I'm happy that Rick was not also dead because that really would have broke my heart as well. If not only does Kobe die, not only does Gigi die, but then you have another teammate, an ex-teammate of Shaq and Kobe's, Rick Fox. People don't understand how very good of a defender he was. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't He really wasn't a great player, but he was a role player who knew his role, played it really well. Big part of those Lakers championship teams in the early 2000s. Rick Fox was a very good defender. Like I said, he wasn't the fastest, but he used his size real well. Uh, I think he can defend guys that were at least at his speed very well, and it made it seem like he was a great defender. I think if he were to put quicker guys on Rick Fox at his size, Rick Fox would not be able to guard those guys. And that's with all due respect to Rick, because he was a very good NBA player for how long he played, what, 13, 14 years. So um, and he had some big shots of the Lakers, in their run. He had some big shots. I know we get with Big Shot Bob and all the glory that Robert Horry gets, but people don't understand that Rick Fox used to hit some big shots too. Him, Derek Fisher, and Robert Horry.
Steve Javie looks like an illegal defense against the Lakers.
Before the zone defense in the 01-02 season. Illegal defense. Yeah, Rasheed Wallace was that dude, man. Nice double team. Great double team. Ladies and gentlemen, and basketball players who are trying to become basketball players, that is how you execute a double team effectively. How about the off-ball movement off the ball by Kobe to be able to slash to the basket and do that reverse layup off the right side? Told you, man, it's the little details. The little details. So before I continue, let's just check the comments real quick. G Money says you should do the game 6 of the Pacers Lakers. That game started the Laker dynasty. I don't want to do game 6. I'd rather do game 4 because remember, this is about Shaq had a dominating performance in game 6, but remember, this is about the memory of Kobe. I love Shaq, but this is about Kobe. G Money. Freddie Gee says Steven Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, Jamal Tinsley, Reggie Miller. I'm telling you, they were pretty good. They could have been better. I was in middle school. Damn, time flies by. Ray Fox was a pretty boy. That's a fact. He's all about the women. Yo, they were down by 15 going into the fourth. Ray Fox was a good defender and a very heady player. Had a good court vision too. He was a very poised player. Pretty Rick could ball. Yeah, he could. Yeah, Pippen was traded for the Rockets that year. Always wanted Lakers wanted Pippen, but Pippen didn't take a pay cut. It's true. I heard the Lakers were trying to trade for him. I did a live stream on that. Imagine Scottie Pippen would have been with Kobe and Shaq. It would have been over for the league.
Force him away from the basket.
But then you know what they would have said? They would have said, "Oh, Kobe played on a super team." Remember that. And give the Blazers credit. These are two of the best. Well, during this season, they were the arguably the two best defenses in all of basketball. And I told you when the way they were guarding Shaq, their bigs could swarm Shaq. Even if you put it in one on one, you'd be like, that's a mismatch. But once he makes his move, they're swarming him. 2, 3, 4 guys coming at Shaq. Even the wings would come over and help to make it difficult for Shaq to score. That's why Shaq was not really as effective in Game 7. So it really was up to Kobe to step up, and I told you he took the challenge.
Now got 2 personal fouls.
Don't be surprised, folks. He was doing this even in Houston, just a little more standstill. But he could put the ball on the floor though when he was more a more athletic Robert Horry in Houston.
55% since a hot game 1. But to me, that's where the Lakers fit.
Rasheed Wallace, Shaq. This is further proof the early 2000s was all about the mid range and the post play. One of the best 6 men in NBA history, right there. Def Left Shrimp. Talented player. Talented player. Hackashack. Such a good looking free throw. Glenn Rice. Damn, Ron Harper had 3 fouls at that point? I didn't even know that. I forgot about that. Good entry pass. Good job by Fisher coming off of the help. Another very good player, Bonzi Wells. G Money, the OG G Money, Greg Anthony. Sorry, G Money. Good job by Glenn Rice and Derek Fisher there. They closed the space on Def left. See, look how they're going Shaq. Guys, did you just see that possession? Shaq had one-on-one coverage, and as soon as he tried to spin off the baseline, there were Blazers waiting for him. And you saw Bonzi Wells would cheat off his man. He would go as if he's guarding his man, and then he would go off to help Shaq. They were swarming him. And that's how you defend post players. Whether they're trying to make a move or whether they're just simply posting up. That is how you guard them. Force them to make a decision. Damn, man, a young Jermaine O'Neal. Damn. 10 points off the bench. Damn, Steve Smith's playing Kobe off the ball. Done a pretty good job, too. Did you hear that? That's on Kobe. Unforced error. Good ball movement. Oh, he airballed it. Good ball movement. Greg Anthony with an unselfish play. Look at that. One field goal in the last 29:34 of playing time. That's another offensive foul. He drove. Shaq in his prime, where his athleticism was too much for Sabonis, because Sabonis was already much slower at this point. Well, she led the league in technicals 3 years straight. So it's crazy how he's being peacemaker. But once again, it's a game 7. You can't lose your cool. There's Smitty. Once again, guys, smash the like, hit the subscribe. Good position, nice hook shot. So let's check into the comments real quick. Yo, Young Rasheed was a problem. Yep. They were up 3-1, that's right. Mark Madsen got drafted in 2000. So he came the next year, Jose. Sabonis' kid does play in the NBA. DeMontis, yeah. Kobe swung that rock to D-Fish on the wing. Yep. Why were the Blazers going at Kobe with Bonzi Wells? Wrong man for the plan. Told you, man. That dude plays some great defense. They double team Shaq off of that spin because no one on the court could make a play off the dribble because Kobe was on the bench. That's the thing. No one could create their own shot or could put the ball on the floor. That is correct. Freddie Gee. Shout out to Dwayne Walks, who says, y'all for the Pacers. Are you talking about tomorrow's game? Or are you talking about but I see that you got the Canadian symbol there. Are you Canadian? Just asking. But hey, man, make sure to hit the subscribe, man. Lbfwn, and I appreciate you for coming through. So once again, guys, smash that like, hit that subscribe, guys, and let's continue with the game. This is Hardwood Classics. That was a tough shot. I want y'all to hear the crowd now. And before I continue, man, Sabonis, I see, yeah. Yeah, Pacers have a very good team. Dwayne, I hope I'm saying that right, Walks. And appreciate you for the subscription, bro. Appreciate that. And says already subscribed. He said that year Kobe broke his hand and missed like 15 games. That's correct. That is correct. He had a metacarpal tear in his right hand. Man, Jose Yepes, bringing you with that Laker history, man. Told you. Appreciate Jose. Appreciate you. All right, let's continue. Let's listen to the crowd, guys. Woo! That's right. Look at that. He played great defense again. That was a bad shot by Kobe. I don't care if that's even 20 years from now. That's right. Shout out to Dwayne who says thanks for the content. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. What is Bill Walton talking about? Man, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. We're taking a trip down memory lane. 37-32, man. Woo! Would have had the crowd up in the air right there. Here we go. Kobe's got 6 So if you guys notice that stat right there, it showed Pippen had 4 rebounds for the Blazers who had 12, and the Lakers had 16. Kobe already had 6. He had 37% of the team's rebounds already, and we're still in the first half. Another double team. The Blazers look like they're playing a 2-3 zone. Air ball. Ooh, that left shrimp with the left hand. Very crafty, too. How many timeouts has Phil Jackson called? Like 3? As you guys talk, I'll be looking through the comments. You guys keep watching. Yeah, but see, you can't do it. That's aggressive play by Brian Shaw. That was a broken play right there. Smitty. Nice shot by Kobe. And that's his third foul. I'm sorry, that was the second foul. But look, guys, he already got 10 points. He got 6 rebounds. That's right. Shaq was the one that had 3. Glenn Rice has missed about 3 layups in this game. Guys, look how physical it is. 2,000. Look how physical it is. All facts, Jose. All facts. The great Brian Grant. He has Parkinson's disease, doesn't he? First half. There goes Damon. Good defense by Kobe. Deflection. These are for those who say Kobe didn't do his thing. Pippen. Nice move by Stremp. Nice fake. Oh, I see. Yeah, huh? Wow. Guys, did you see that? I'm sorry. No. Let's get that back. Watch this. Watch Kobe right here. Keep your eye on Kobe this whole play, guys. Watch Kobe. Great job playing off the ball. Did you see Kobe curl to the right? Gets two guys in between. Pippen falls asleep. He cuts right to the basket. That's what you call a quick hitting play. Forty-two 39. Low scoring first half, too. Hey, I know that guy. Michael Jordan's best friend, Ahmad Rashad. The trouble starter, Jim Gray. Nice pass by Kobe. There's Sheed. Kobe. Nice. Nice. Look at that. Pippen's got 6. Kobe's got 7 rebounds. There's Kobe. Just aggressive. That's what Kobe was about. Hmm. Sabonis. Nice. That's right. Yep. So that's right. So let me just look in the comments real quick. Yep, I said he had a show on Saturdays, and what was it called? I think it was Inside Stuff. That was the name of it. I just found out Ahmad was a great football player not too long ago. Yeah, he was. I didn't even know he played football. That was so crazy. Um, did the lob already happen? No, it hasn't happened yet, Freddie. This is the third quarter. It happened in the fourth quarter. Just watched a Shaq interview about Kobe, and I'm balling like a baby. That lob is my favorite Kobe Shaq moment. Nah, Freddie, the lob is at the end when they made the comeback. Yeah, that's what I figured. He's trying to shut up with the three people on him. Classic Kobe. That's what Kobe wanted to be different about. He felt like he was confident enough to make any shot. Again, what was a bad shot for most people wasn't a bad shot for him,
Twice
even
as
though
many
it
as
is
the
a bad
second
shot.
highest total of any other player in the league.
Oh, chill. Got to give Shaq credit right there. He didn't hustle as much after that. Take a charge. 325 pounds? Get out of here. Yeah. Have 7'1", 325 coming your way. A little old me and see if you want to take a charge. AC Green. Most consecutive games played by the Iron Man, as I call AC Green. Yes, he was on the 80s Lakers, 85, 87, 88 with Magic. Good pass. The sheet in the post, passes out. Sabonis shoots it, knocks it down. Sabonis was a good outside shooter. He took it. Oh, but he missed the layup. He was good on that one. Clank on the free throw. But he makes a second. Oh, it was a 2-point game at that point. Just missed. But he gets fouled. Kobe, 5 of 11. He's 14 points, 3 of 4 at the line. Oh, but he missed it. That was good defense by Kobe. Salute. Kobe was at half court, sitting in the chair, waiting to play some defense. Man, I can't believe it, dog. I know, Freddie, man. I know. Yeah, he missed both free throws? Man. Rashid had 15 points at that point. Just missed. Oh, they call an offensive foul? No. He drove down on Scottie Pippen right there. 9-time first team. No. I think he made 8 defensive teams, 7 of them first team. And I believe Scottie Pippen made first team all defense 7 straight years. First lead since 9-8 in the first quarter, 7:06. Yep. Did you hear that, folks? Nice free throw by Rashid. And I hope people watching this, man, get an opportunity and share this stream. I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed the beautiful thumbnail that I put. There it is. Look at that. Just awesome. Hardwood classics, too. Free throw is good by Rasheed Wallace. Well, Steve, it's difficult with Shaq. Turnaround. One of the most beautiful turnaround jumpers right there by Steve Smith. I was wondering. Yeah, another miss. The Lakers did win the championship this season, guys, but they were the worst free throw shooting team in the league in 2000. 67% team average. They had a lot of bad free throw shooters on this team. This is when Steve Smith starts to catch fire. Teams already got very good defense. By this point, most teams have 20 to 30 three-pointers by the third quarter. Only 7 was taken by the Blazers. Good aggressive move, taking it to the paint. Just missed. Rashid recognizing the mismatch, taking Ori in the post. Yep. Great offense. That's the key. Mm-hmm. What was Freddie Gee saying? Freddie Gee just made the point that Magic Johnson just said. They can't get their own shots because they can't put the ball on the floor, put them off the dribble. Kobe's the only other player that can create his own shot.
Get their shots. How about in terms of the present? Is that the team?
Isn't that what I said as well? I told y'all that too, man. They're posting up Bonzi Wells and Rashid, and it's been effective. They're getting them on their cross matches.
That enables Steve Smith.
Cooking. Man, it's cooking. Shout out to Devin Booker in the building. Make sure you hit the like and make sure y'all subscribe. Didn't know he rapped. Shout out to Devin Booker. Yeah, Kobe and Shaq. Yeah, that little unreleased track that they had. You should increase the volume. It's as high as it can be though. Can't really put it no much more higher. We will see, Jose. We will see on Friday. Wow, Chris Middleton dropped 50 points, says Freddie Gee. He says that? Wow. That's how much the Black Mamba meant to people out there, man. He's inspiring. People out here having 50-point games now. Role players. Me too. And this was 20 years ago, Bill. It's a nice move by Bonzi. Shout out to Chris Middleton and to Bucks fans. He had 51. Hit that. Nice shot by Kobe. Here comes that three. 16. Here comes the three that Jose Yepes was talking about. Here it is. There it is. And Zion Williamson, ladies and gentlemen, 7 of 13 from the field. Once again, efficient. 14 points, 9 rebounds for the Pelicans as we start this fourth quarter.
Well, the first thing that the Lakers
On this classic.
Not before. Steve Smith.
First free throw is good for Bonzi. And I'm out later, guys. Shout out to Jose Yepes for coming through, man. Appreciate you, man. Make sure to share the stream to everybody. Appreciate you for coming through, my man. Bless it. Have a good night. Again, guys, smash that like, hit that subscribe. One of the rare times that he got deep post position, single coverage in the post, and he was able to score quick before any double or triple teams came. Ooh. Second block of the game. Did y'all see that? Kobe was 7 of 14 in this game. Shaq was only 3 of 7, and Glenn Rice was 4 of 10. He misses another one. Man, that's 5 fouls on Arvidas. Agreed. Double team. Offensive foul. Very tough. Mike Dunleavy. Tough shot by Kobe. If Kobe made his free throws, we'd be possibly talking about a 30-point game in the game 7. He showed up when it mattered most. One can't buy a basket. Mm-hmm. That's what they needed to do, guys. That's what the Blazers got away from in the fourth quarter. But give the Laker defense credit on that comeback. Goaltend. I would have gave Portland the lead. That's huge. Guys, here it comes. Here it comes, guys. Here it is. No, Kobe. Big shot by Kobe. No. Here it comes, guys. The moment we've been all waiting for. Here it is. Crossover. There. Dang, man. I just had to show that. Had to show that, guys. The iconic lob from Kobe to Shaq on the crossover, Scottie Pippen. And when Shaq was pointing up into the heavens, he was pointing at his son Sharif, who was in the stands at that game in Game 7. I want to show that lob again. That's how iconic and special it is. Let's see it again, guys. One. Crossover. That was Murder, She Wrote for Portland. Damn, they missed 12 free throws in this game. Shout out to Freddie G, man. Just for you, I'm gonna rewind that part once again. Special moment. Let's see that part again, guys. Here it is. Crazy. I'm surprised he didn't get that call. Kobe's missed 5 free throws. He would have easily had 30. The Lakers have missed 13 free throws. Wow. Wow. But it missed. Wow, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the game. It's crazy, I know. And we are back up in here. Heck of a game. Lakers go to the finals. Kobe, final stat line. Shaq was 18 and 9. Kobe, 25 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Kobe could have easily had 30, but the dude missed 6 free throws. That could have been 31 points right there. I mean, damn. Jay says, shout out to Jay in the building. He says, Pip was never that guy in that moment. Should have been Sheeds or Smitty's ball to shoot. It's true. That's the thing about Scotty. Freddie Gee says, I always said that Kobe had a nasty-ass crossover. Crossed Pip out of his shoes and through the lob. Whole arena exploded. I mean, it was a heck of a moment. I was in my mom's room watching this game live. That's why I wanted to bring it back for you guys, man, just so we can relive the memories. It's so crazy that lob pass is one of the most iconic passes in not just Laker history, but in NBA history, playoff history. That's how special it is. Like, that's how special it is. Yeah. G Money says the Lakers missed 17 free throws and still won game 7. Wow. That's why you would think that they probably said that that's probably rigged. You won the game missing 17 free throws? Right? But that was an unbelievable comeback. What a game. And so Jay says Blazers did what the Blazers did. Too many wanted the shots, including Pitt. Blazers scored 31 in the fourth after leading by 13 going to the fourth. You should do Sixers Lakers 2001 game 1. That's an interesting one. I might have to figure out what my next live is going to be with that one. I'll figure it out. But ladies and gentlemen, this was another good one. I appreciate everybody coming through. I just wanted you guys to take a stroll down memory lane with me on the Lbfwn. It was a pleasure to watch that game again. It was another. That crossover lob, man. No, Kobe. Playing big. That was on a nice shot. Struggled, guys. Kobe played big. He was able to do it, man. He was able to play when it mattered. Blazers were out. Oh no, I'm sorry. He says, G Money says, do you think we are ever going to see another three-peat? Do I think we will see another three-peat? It's going to be a while, I think. It's going to be a while. I don't know how long, but it's going to be a while. Yo. He says you really should show Lakers Pacer game. Game 6, it was a great game, and LA captured the title to begin the dynasty. I want to do game 4. Because even though that game started their dynasty, game 4 had more significance, believe it or not, G Money. So I hear what you're saying, but game 4 had more significance. Yo. And Freddie D says, yo, Kobe played very good defense and hit the glass hard. Yo. And that's what I want people to notice. Kobe played great. It's free throws, but he played great. It's unbelievable, man. You can do games 4 and 6. There you go. Even better. The next possible 3P will probably have Kawhi as the first or second best player on the team, possibly AD on that team too. Well, Jay, if we ever get to that point in time, then it's possible. If we ever get to that point in time. He says if you want, you could do Kings Lakers game 4 or game 7 of 02 Western Conference Finals. I'd do game 4 just because it had more drama. I would do game 4 just because it had more drama. Once again, guys, smash that like, hit the subscribe. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a good night. This was a wonderful stream with all of you who were able to show up just to take a stroll back down memory lane for us Laker fans and basketball fans and even Kobe fans. I got to figure out what my next one's going to be. But, yo, once again, guys, make sure y'all check in tomorrow. Bulls versus Pacers, 7 p.m. Lbfwn. We are going to be in Indiana. So, as G-Money says, Mavs with Giannis could be the next dynasty. Got to see what's around them to be able to say that. Obviously, they got Luka and Porzingis, if they could keep Porzingis, that is. But, again, everybody, smash that like, hit the subscribe. We will be doing more Hardwood classics on the Lbfwn. Pound it with your chest 3 times. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Live, laugh, love. Deuces, have a great night. Bulls, Pacers tomorrow. Make sure y'all be there 7 o'clock. Don't be there. Be there. Don't be square. Like, subscribe, catch the replay, share the live stream, comment down below. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Be back tomorrow. Salute, Freddie Gee. Bulls Pacers should have been on ESPN too. It is what it is, but remember, Victor Oladipo's coming back tomorrow. That's why.